Hello everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Cambridgeshire and welcome to a part of Isle of Wight which tells an incredible story. Now this abandoned building, I'm not going to mess about with this today. I'm going to talk you through the history lesson in a minute. But even the remains of this, historically, is absolutely massive. And we'll tell you about that on the other side. So let's go in. The condition isn't great. Let's just get it out of the way. But the fact that it still remains, we've not broken in, and we're going to explore it. Pigeons may follow. Let's do it. Come on. Mm-hmm. Hello everybody, welcome to, as Sophie's just rightly put, a very creepy abandoned building, but the irony is that the layout's actually quite straightforward. It's basically an L shape really. We're at Isle of Wight. Let's get down to the history of it. It's an incredible piece of history, believe it or not. It's a sad piece of history in essence, because the historical importance at which it's retained is sad when you think about what is actually left. So Isle of Wight is basically more well known for its later phases in life. And actually this pertains to this, because actually this was sort of built really for the sort of purpose of the Cold War. So this was in essence what was referred to as a factory, actually, quote unquote. It was built around the 1950s and it was the first of its kind in the UK. It housed the Bomber Command's Photographic Reconnaissance Squadron, located slightly away from the airfield. The site was intended to carry out reconnaissance before and after strikes to help support nuclear V-bombs. That's right, so proper Cold War we're in. It was designed to process the film taken from the planes using dark rooms, and as you probably can testify to, this is quite a dark place anyway, without the need of a dark room. It was remained operational until the 1990s, when it was closed down due to advancements in camera technology. So basically technology was its downfall in a way. But you can imagine the secrecy of this place, and it was the first of its kind. Let's just put that out there. We're very well aware there's a lot of graffiti, there's a lot of offensive graffiti. I'm sorry about if we capture some of that on this camera. Really do apologise about it. Not much we can do. We've got to try and record what we can. It's a shell at the end of the day, but we're going to do our best to record what we can do. And it is very dark in here naturally anyway, which is pretty handy. But the history this could have told, especially during the Cold War, and the secrecy that pertained to it, and obviously the correlation with Isle of Wight as well is remarkable. But I've spoken too much. I think we've just got to sort of check it out. Now, we don't know, we know this is in an L shape, so we're not going to claim to know what each room's purpose or function was, but I've given you its history, and hopefully that is enough for most of you out there. So let's go check it out. Come on. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to crack straight on with it. Like I said, pretty much an L-shaped design. There's Sophie, she's going to be taking some wonderful photos for all of you. This is the corner, which I thought was quite important to sort of start, and we've got to be careful where we tread. Underneath this is all power cables, but this is one of the unusual rooms because it's got windows that pertain to it. So you can see there's a window up there, there's a window here. And again, if I capture any graffiti, I do apologise. Again, we're not going to sort of claim to sort of know which each room was, but this is actually on the corner of the L, and we're only going to briefly skim through each one because it's all derelict. That's it. I mean, they're just empty shells, and there's not really much history left. But you can see on this one, this is actually one of the only ones that's got like a vent and some windows on the inside of it. So let's carry on. God, there is that sort of smell of very typical abandoned smell for those who like me talking about the sort of cabling as well, by the way. I'll tell you about the smell in a minute. I've just got sidetracked. So I'm going to now walk up the main corridor as best as possible. Oh, there we go. And again, each room's got its own rubbish graffiti. I'm assuming they're the toilets. Do I go in? I think I should. Again, not trying to look at anything. Again, apologise. There is a lot of offensive stuff. Don't drop the soap. That is quite funny. I'm assuming this might have been the shower room and toilet cubicles, judging by the tiling. If we go in, the smell is horrible. Yeah, toilets. Don't need to go in every single one. If I'm being really honest, it smells like somebody's already done one in here. Without being graphic, it just smells very stinky. Yeah, toilets and showers. There's a couple over there. Should we just do all of them whilst we're here? Lead me out onto that. There we go. Just stinks of graffiti and everything else. That's the main corridor there. See, it says fire exit on it. Again, I am so sorry for the graffiti. I just can't do anything about it if I keep blocking it off. Plenty of windows, which I'm assuming would have been blackened out. There's Sophie down there. There's some steps over there. Let's take a look. Oh wow. So there's like a very interesting. Again, apologise for the graffiti. Right, let's carry on, everybody. Just had to pause there. Again, it's crazy really when you sort of look at all these rooms. That's the room that we just sort of came out of, which sort of interlinks into the bath or shower. Behind us is the sort of look like a sort of meeting room or some sort of place. Looks like there's a sort of dark room in there. Oh dear, pigeon, I can hear you. Huffing because I can just hear it as above me. There you go, can you hear that? Me and pigeons don't get along. Yeah, it's behind me. Oh, and there's another, what looks like a sort of, so we'll have a look at this one. This is identical to the other one. So it's interesting, these are like a stairwell, almost looks like a lecture or something, I don't know, or just like a, didn't notice this, so there's some steps that sort of go onto like a platform, and then when you're here, don't really know. It's exciting though, and then when you're looking down, yeah, weird. But yeah, like I said, the history side of things, so interesting. It's like a little black corridor here, rooms that interlink into the others. Fly point. And then we've made it right to the end. There's one of our doors there. And we go into this corridor here. And then again, trying not to film any unnecessary offensive stuff. Looks like a sink. Something similar to that. Might have been where they were processing the films. Not a gas chamber. Vent up there. Yeah. Forgive my commentary on talking out loud. Just curiosity. Another vent up there. That's it. Come to the far end. So, very cool though. I love those steps and leading up to there. Like I said, you've got another one on this side as well. So God knows, but the secrecy that this would have surrounded. I'm not going to go in there, that just links up to the next one. Not really missing out on anything on that. Obviously all these are the cabling sort of passageways. Yeah, there's Sophie at the end. Looking like a ghost. You're right. Sophie said that she finds this a bit creepy, which, in all honesty, it's got a vibe to it, but it's probably got a vibe because of the graffiti and the fact that people have trashed this all quite a lot. So, yeah. Right. Did we have a look in there? Oh, there's just only a spare room in there. Yeah. So I suppose what we've got to do now is we've got to head down that way, back where we came. Mm-hmm. Do you want to have a look up there?
No, I'm good.
No, you sure? There's some interesting, if you don't look, it's fine. Like a stage, almost two sort of stages with like steps. I don't know if you wanted to take a look. Yeah, on the right here, yeah, but there's two of them. Do you want to take that? I think it's important you have a look because it's interesting. Toilets are on the left. I mean, it's nothing that's going to get you. Toilets and showers, I think, are on the left. But yeah. Right, I'll stop filming. Don't want to embarrass you, bless you. But yeah, have a look. Right, Sophie will report when she gets back. So just to change of pace, it's sort of like Sophie's still exploring, bless her. You see like the lights, like what still sort of remains, and the sort of sadness really, like I said, of what's here. The paint is crumbling and peeling off the walls. The unusual nature of this little sort of section of corridor here, where looks to be some racks and stuff that might have been for uniforms and stuff like that. That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So there's another one further up the way, which is a different direction, but it looks like a stage, doesn't it?
Yeah, sort of.
So, yeah, very cool. I mean, let's be honest, actually, what is left is actually quite interesting in a way of trying to work out what's here. You've already been there, haven't you?
No.
We've not had a little look, though.
No.
Oh, I thought you sort of disappeared, though.
No, I kind of got out of the way because it was creaking above my head and I didn't really want to get a concussion.
Right, shall we...
attacked by a pigeon.
Well, let's take a look down there then, come on.
Yeah.
Right, everybody, we're just making our way back. Just thought we'd show you what we're looking at on the way, trying to keep our feet intact. These are tiny little rooms, little corridors. There looks like a little sort of slot there, doesn't there? Can you see that? Let me have a quick whilst I'm here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Like a slider. Yeah. Right, let's carry on. Got to be so careful of our feet here, haven't we? The air is thick with chemicals and stuff like that, but it's actually, strangely enough, quite well ventilated. There's a little room there. So a quick nosy. No.
Oh.
Dead end. Right, let's keep going. This is where we've got to be really careful. Have a little empty room. There's some really nice graffiti, and then there's not.
Yeah, I think I picture of the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not appropriate, but interesting. A little blank room. There you go. And then a couple of little mini rooms, which... Yeah. Oh, toilets, I think, or cubicles. Yeah, let's try and get my foot down. Yeah, toilets. There you go. Interesting. Well, interesting as toilets can be. Right, almost at the end now, Phil. Right, bear with us, everybody. We'll come back. Welcome back, everybody. This is the largest room that we've seen, and it is the most burnt out. There's clearly been a fire in this one, but this is the largest room. And then we've got a couple of mini rooms, little creepy corridors. Beautiful, really. It just reminds me of the old abandoned buildings. So blessers doing their best to circumnavigate. I wonder if it's probably worth. You got me. Yep. There we go. Thank you. I'm just trying. Yeah. There we go. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh, another cubicles. So that probably was the ladies. This is probably the men's, judging by the obvious nature of the cubicles. There you go. Lovely. Right. Okay, everybody, and then our final little lot of rooms. Seems to sort of deteriorate in condition near the entrance as we sort of go through. So just openly talking now, just making sure my footing's correct, because either way, you don't really want to put your foot in one of them cabling runs, because they will hurt. And this by far, without trying to show all the offensive graffiti, which there is a lot of in here, so I'll quickly rush you through it. Probably the second largest room, I'd say, and then you've got your electrical cabling, little trenches. But again, if you look up at the roof, yeah, it's gonna. Yeah. Right, Flower, shall we head out then? Come on then. Well, everybody, that's our L shape that we've managed to walk all across the length of, and there's Sophie. Thoughts and feelings, if you please.
I think because it's so abandoned, it has got an air to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got that old school sort of abandoned sort of vibe to it, where it's a little bit creepy, a little bit like, oh, okay, you never know what you're going to sort of see around the corner.
No.
The graffiti obviously is completely unavoidable and crass, but in a place like this, if it's that abandoned, they don't know. Most people probably don't even know the importance of it.
Oh, they don't even know what it is, do
they? No,
they?
so it's just like a place that they can trash. It's a little bit heavy with the chemicals sort of like under, but we didn't wear a mask, didn't feel the need to, because it's still quite well ventilated. So I'm sure there'll probably people just sort of saying, oh no, you should have worn masks and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, but our faces weren't in it.
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything. Just don't pick anything up. Exactly.
Don't pick anything.
Well, I think we're done.
Yeah.
I think that was interesting. I think for the historical relevance, it's a shame that obviously the condition, but as if people just knew how important this was. I mean, during the Cold War, this place would have been vital for information and intelligence. You know what I mean? And it did say before and after. You know what I mean? Before and after they would sort of go. It's remarkable. And I apologise that we didn't sort of understand the layout too much. It's not our role really. We're just here to sort of like report on the history as it was. Its use and its function. As we always sort of say, its use and its function. If we happen to know any external stuff about layout, of course we'll tell you. You ready? In more words for its history, thank you so much for coming along with us. Take care, everybody. Feel free to spread the word of the channel, and we love you all. So it really goes a long way if you do spread the word of the channel, and it gives us opportunities to research and try and find some really cool places like this for all of you.
Yep.
Take care. You ready? Come out.